Lightyear Frontier is an upcoming first-person survival farming game developed by Frame Break and Amplifier Studios. I've always really loved farming games. Stardew Valley, Animal Crossing, Disney Dreamlight Valley. All are very good, very fun games. One thing I wouldn't really describe many farming games as is badass. Like in the way that I'd tell a friend, you have to play this badass farming game where you help Donald, Mickey, and Goofy decorate their yards. But while Lightyear Frontier is no armored core, it does have this coolness about it. The simple fact that you're piloting a multi-ton former war machine that's decked out with interchangeable attachments is pretty badass to me. From what I've seen so far, this game has a sense of humor I really enjoy. There's a sort of subtle situational comedy surrounding the gameplay that the devs really have leaned into. Planting seeds requires a seed gun that mechanically operates like aiming in a first-person shooter, except instead of filling enemies full of lead, you're filling the land with crops.
Wait to see it grow up.
Another tool is straight up just a vacuum, locked and loaded 80s action style into your mech's arm, and it allows you to gather crops and resources. All of these nods to the usual violent nature of mechs is juxtaposed against what the game truly is, a cozy farming game. This juxtaposition, in my opinion, really sets Lightyear Frontier apart in the suddenly crowded room that is the cozy game genre. The game starts with you and your trusty mech careening down and crash landing on an Earth-like alien planet. The opening text blurb when starting the game reads, "Earth's no good anymore. Some, like you, have taken off for the Lightyear Frontier. You want a fresh start, a new home." From my time with the demo for Lightyear Frontier, I was able to gather that progression seems to be tied to cleaning up regions of the world in order to unlock these big ancient doors, which I assume allow you to move deeper into the new frontier and probably learn the secrets of the world you now inhabit. Maybe we'll find some data entries scattered across the land that might clue us in on what caused humans to exit Earth. This game is a farming game through and through. As such, its primary focus is on gameplay. Your first task is to locate and reassemble your mech. You'll then need to track down your various tools for collecting resources and planting crops. A vacuum attachment allows you to pull up vegetation like these polyberries, as well as gather resources efficiently from a distance and also fill your water tank for your next tool, the irrigation hose, which you'll need for the obvious, irrigating your crops, but it will also allow you to wash away slimy corruption from the land. While it's no power wash simulator, using the irrigation hose to wash away purple goo and clean up your new home planet is a satisfying addition to the game. Some areas will require you to exit your mech and go in on foot, like this cave I found tucked away in the woods. I'm really interested to see how complex some of these on-foot excursions could end up being. I found it to be a nice change of pace from stomping around in my big red bipedal tractor. Being on foot really gives you a nice sense of scale to the world, and so far I think the devs have done a nice job of making both being in and out of your mech feel smooth to play.
Let's skedaddle.
One of the first things I noticed about Lightyear Frontier is how polished it seems to be. I've been playing a ton of Power World recently, and while that's only in early access, which usually means you can expect a lack of polish, this game is approaching its full release, and they've taken great care to make quality animations for every action in the game. It's also a very visually striking game. The aesthetic reminds me a lot of the game Journey to the Savage Planet, with its bold contrasting colors and clean lines that make everything easily readable in the world, without being too demanding on the player's eyes or their hardware. Speaking of hardware, so far I haven't seen or heard of any technical issues. One of the big benefits of this genre of games compared to more hardcore survival games like Ark or The Forest is that there are fewer complex mechanics that could potentially overlap and cause glitches and bugs. It appears the developers have done a great job playtesting and weeding out pain points, which is refreshing in an age where so many games are releasing with game-breaking problems. How deep is the world we're cultivating? Will we really get that sense of wonder that we're actually exploring and developing a new frontier for humanity? That atmosphere feels especially key in a game like this in order to set itself apart as more than just the farming game with mechs. With cozy games generally being a way to unwind and relax, will there be enough stakes to keep a multiplayer group invested? Not to say a group of friends couldn't enjoy simply hanging out together and farming in a pleasant world, but personally, when I'm able to get a group together to play games, we're usually looking to have those "remember when that creeper showed up and destroyed our house" type of moments. I just wonder if Lightyear Frontier might be too straightforward for some friend groups. Will this game have a conclusion of some sort, like many survival games, or will it lean toward the farming genre and be something players go back to visit like Animal Crossing? Luckily, we'll be able to answer all of our questions next month when Lightyear Frontier releases on PC and Xbox. It'll also be available day one with Game Pass, March 19th. Let us know in the comments what you think about Lightyear Frontier. Also, let us know what games you're looking forward to. Other than that, I want to thank you so much for watching. Always remember, stay nerdy.